Hello, this is Senbian's VIP Magazine, VIP TV Sports News, and my name is Sim Sane. Today, Wednesday, the 24th of June 2020. First, the headlines. $7 million Kiang Bilamfar Stadium project starts on Saturday. Bakary Jatta's Hamburg's hope of returning to Bundesliga in doubt. Hassan Cissé's Arsenal Bros escaped demotion to the German third tier. Former Senegalese referee Sen passes away. Liberia set October date for new season. CAF releases guideline for restart of competition. Novak Djokovic tests positive for COVID-19 following controversial tennis tour. Now the news in detail. $7 million Bilamfar Stadium project starts on Saturday. The Ministry of Youth and Sport on Saturday kickstart a multi-million-dollar mini stadium project in Kiang Bilamfar ward in the Lower River region. The project is set for the construction of a pitch, pavilion and dressing rooms and toilet facilities inside a piece of land measuring 300 meters square. The project was conceived by the people of Bilamfar ward, comprising 31 villages in West Kiang. We used to contribute and raise money among ourselves, including our people in the diaspora, for social and other developments in the world. At some point, we decided under the Bilamfar Youth and Sport Development Association to initiate a project for mini stadium to promote football and other social events in the world, said Omar Bajinka, the Secretary General of Bilamfar Sports Development Association. He said the project was introduced to the Gambian government through the Ministry of Youth and Sports, which approved the funding in its budget. The minister himself came on a visit. We are grateful that he personally encouraged and supported the project. We are very excited that the project finally started on Saturday with the laying of the foundation stone, Mr. Bajinka said. The mini stadium is strategically located on the highway between Manduar and Tangular to serve as the villages in the ward and beyond. Sajo Jao, the Deputy Permanent Secretary for Technical at the Ministry of Youth and Sports, said the project is funded by the Gambia government at a tune of $7.1 million. The project will take 6 months to complete and will impact tremendously in the social and sporting life of the community of Kiang. The people will be proud of such a magnificent structure. We can in turn attract other facilities to the area. Sports will be rejuvenated, and I can tell you that very soon good footballers will be discovered from Kiang. Deputy Permanent Secretary Jao said the contractor is Bala Construction and Engineering Company. Bakary Jatta's Hamburg hopes of returning to Bundesliga in doubt. Gambia striker Bakary Jatta's Hamburg's football club's hope of returning to German Bundesliga next season is in doubt after slipping away to Heidenheim 2-1 in the country's second-tier fixture played on Sunday. Jatta and his Hamburg team were occupying third place in the league standing with 54 points before their encounter with Heidenheim, who were sitting 6th spot with 53 points. Hamburg lost to Heidenheim 2-1 to drop to 4th place in the standing with 54 points in 33 league matches, with one more fixture to go before the end of the 2019-2020 German Second Division League. Meanwhile, the victory and Heidenheim 3rd place in the German second tier with 53 points after 33 league games. Hassan Cissé's Arsenal Bros escaped demotion to the German third tier. Gambia prolific striker Hassan Cissé Arsenal Bros has escaped demotion to the German third division league after hammering Holstein Kiel 4-1 in the 2019-2020 German second division league match played on Sunday. Hassan and his Arsenal Bros side were languishing 3 places above relegation zone prior to their clash with Holstein Kiel, who is rock bottom in the German second tier. He and his club clinched the significant 3 points after netting 4 goals to secure a convincing win. Meanwhile, Holstein Kiel remained bottom place in the 2019-2020 German Division League after slipping to Hassan Cissé's Arsenal Bros 4-1 on Sunday. Former Senegalese referee Sen passed away. As Senegal football has been drawn into a state of mourning following the death of former referee Badara Sen, who passed away on Monday, 22nd June 2020 at age 73. A man of many parts, he is fondly remembered for officiating the final of the 1992 African Cup of Nations between Cote d'Ivoire and Ghana. He also participated in the 1988 and 1990 edition of the Continental Showcase event. He officiated at the 1989 FIFA World Youth Championship, now FIFA Under-20 World Cup in Saudi Arabia, and the 1992 AFC Asian Cup in Japan, as well as the 1988 Olympic Games in Seoul. After retirement, he spent some time as the head of the referees department of Senegal Football Federation before his election as the mayor of Refuge, 25 kilometers southeast of the capital Dakar from 2009 to 2014. Sen also served as a vice president of CAF Referees Committee between 2012 and 2017, as well as a member of the FIFA Referees Committee. Liberia set October date for new season. Liberia Football Association (LFA) has set October 24 for the kickstart of the 2020-2021 football season. At a meeting with stakeholders on Saturday, June 13, the participants settled on the date, taking into consideration many internal and external factors. According to the LFA president Mustafa Raji, the registration period is expected to open on August 3rd till October 4th, with further details to be announced in due course. The 2019-2020 top flight season was cancelled by the LFA due to COVID-19, with all results nullified, meaning no champions declared, no relegation to the second tier of Liberian football. CAF releases guidelines for restart of competition. Football development in the spread of control of COVID-19 across the continent and the rest of the world. Series of meetings have been held regarding the future of the competition. Following development in the spread and control of COVID-19 across the continent and the rest of the world, series of meetings has been held regarding the future of the competition. It is in this regard that the CAF Medical Committee, in collaboration with the Technical and Development Committee and a team of experts, has put in together a comprehensive plan to guide the Members Association image on the start of football activities on the continent. The 21-page document titled CAF Guidelines to Resume Football in Africa emphasizes on the health of major stakeholders, players, officials, fans, partners as the essential element which should constitute the basis of all decisions regarding the reintroduction of football activities across the continent, supported by the authorization of relevant state authorities. The plan also highlights on the effects and continuous medical assessment, testing of players and officials, guidelines for training sessions, disinfection of sporting facility, as well as strict adherence to the global preventive protocols. This comprehensive document is a major step towards resuming football on the continent. Based on recent development, it is important we have a plan in place to guide our stakeholders on the return of continental and domestic competition and the need for an all hands on the deck approach. Many considerations were factored into putting together of the document by our team of experts, notably the specificities together with strategies established by local authorities. It proves the image with adequate information to resume operation upon receiving the green light, said CAF Acting Secretary General Abdel Mahomi Ba. Meanwhile, the Organizing Committee for Interclub Competition and Management of Club Licensing and Organizing Committee for Women's Football held meeting via video conference last week on the future of various competitions. CAF Executive Committee is scheduled to meet on Tuesday, 30th June 2020 via video conference. Will make pronouncement on the recommendation by the respective standing committee. Novak Djokovic tests positive for COVID-19 following controversial tennis tour. The tennis star had recently held a tennis tournament across Eastern Europe in which there appeared to be no social distancing. Novak Djokovic has tested positive for coronavirus after hosting a controversial tennis tournament across Eastern Europe. The men's #1 tennis player confirmed his COVID-19 diagnosis in a statement and defended his decision to host the tour despite the continued prevalence of the disease around the world. In April, Djokovic had revealed he was an anti-vaxxer and that a mandated vaccination program could get in the way of his return to competitive tennis once the sport resumes after the coronavirus pandemic. Sky Sport News correspondent Martin Kellner said Djokovic has become the fourth player to test positive for coronavirus after his Andrea tour, which took place in Balkan with zero distance. The world #1 organized the tennis event, which took place in Belgrade, Serbia and Zadar, Croatia. Fans were able to freely mingle with players who also played basketball and danced in nightclubs. Two members of Djokovic's sports staff were, along with players Grigor Dimitrov, Bogdan Krick and Viktor Tyrkic, have tested positive. In his statement, Djokovic said his wife Jelena also tested positive for COVID-19, but his children tested negative. You are reminded that this is Champions VIP Magazine, VIP TV Sport News. My name is Sidhu Sane. Before we leave, let's look at our top stories once again. Bakary Diatta's Hamburg's hope of returning to Bundesliga in doubt. Azan Cisse Arsenal brought escape demotion to the German third tier. Former Senegalese referee sent passes away. Liberia set October date for new season. CAF releases guideline for restart to competition. Djokovic tested positive for COVID-19 following controversial tennis tour. This is Champions VIP Magazine, VIP TV Sport News. My name is Sidhu Sane. Join me on Saturday for another rendezvous. Until you come your way next time.